version. So today we will be hearing the topic of Karma Yoga from Master Ravi Kiran. Welcome, Master Ravi Kiran. Ravi Kiran is living in London since the last 11 years, working as an associate director for an IT company. He is one of the founding members of the PSSM UK. Ravi transformed his life through meditation and realized that with meditation, one can achieve success on a personal level, on a professional level, and financial and spiritual level. He started his meditation in 2007 during September and October. His first guru is his wife, Pranahita, who taught Anapanasati meditation over the phone when he was going through deep depression state. Within 40 days after starting the meditation, he transformed his life. Now conducting ongoing meditation classes and workshops across the locations in UK. Welcome, Master Ravi Kiran. The stage is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Smita. Thank you for your warm introduction. And yeah, thank you for having me here today. And I would express my gratitude, deepest gratitude to our Jagat Guru, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, and to our Grandmaster, Prabodh Achyutha. So both of them are my masters, gurus. And even though my first guru is my life partner, Pranahita. So yeah, thank you for listening to me today, all of you. And every one of you are here, have attained that state. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk today, whether it is going to be, you must have already known about this. And this is such a vast subject. I try my best to put together whatever I could understand from our masters, gurus, teachers, and those who understand Telugu. I would say we must listen to our Grandmaster Patriji's speech on Karma Yoga to get established in the context of Karma Yoga. So our Guruji, he compiled the wisdom from, the highest wisdom, and he has put in a simple terms, simple language, so that all of us can understand. Right? So I would recommend every one of you, whoever understand Telugu, you can go and listen on some of the YouTube channels. One thing before I start session, I would like to stress upon one thing here is, no matter how much ever we try to understand, we try to listen to the masters, unless we internalize this wisdom, we can't call it as a wisdom. We can only say that we have acquired some knowledge on this subject. I mean, even for me, because I try to read about Karma Yoga in multiple, from multiple masters. The subject that drawn towards the interest I got is through, recently I have done a course in the yoga. Right, I have attended yoga teachers training course. They were talking about Bhagavad Gita. That's when I understood the greatness of our Bhagavad Gita, which is there since ages. And been listening to Patriji though, but reading, on my own is definitely, it made little bit impact on my, intellect. And as I said, whatever the wisdom we are acquiring, if we are not using this wisdom to do the inner journey, then it is just getting familiarized with the subject. And also, in this, as Patriji mentioned about this Karma Yoga, there are so many forms and variations of this Karma Yoga according to one's own understanding. Right? Say my soul age is maybe, whatever the age, right? So you have baby soul, infant soul. So according to that soul age, there are different forms of Karma Yoga. Okay. So first of all, let us understand what is Karma Yoga. Yoga in itself is called union with, that supreme, right? So union with actions is called Karma Yoga. So that is right. So I think all of you have known this from our Grandmaster Patriji and also our Master Prabodh Achyutha. So I got, I'm fortunate enough to do Gudakesha program twice, once last year and once the year before when I was in India. So it was really amazing to do Gudakesha, and I definitely reap the benefits of Gudakesha, and I still do every now and then. I sit in meditation the whole night. Whoever comes to our place, we try to spend more time in doing meditation. So this is again, right? So coming back to Karma Yoga. So as Patriji mentioned, there are different parts. Just to simplify, he has put in very simple way the 4 parts of Karma Yoga. If you can't do good to others, it's okay. That's fine. If you are unable to do good, and if you are not in a position to do good to others, but don't do bad. This is part 1. Right? That's what according to our Guruji. Right? And part 2 is do something good to others. If you know something about, any skill, if you have, just go and try to teach to others. And if you have ability to serve to the community, go and do it. So if you do good, you get good. If you do bad, you get bad. And sometimes we say that we get in multiple folds, right? So that is part B or part 2, whatever you call it as. And part C is do actions, but don't expect the results. Don't expect the fruits of the actions. So here there is some element of ego is involved here, that I am doing the action, so that's why I'm expecting the results from that action. That's where the ego is there. But here what part 3 says is do action, but don't expect the results, don't expect the fruits, and we'll go into the details. And the last one is there is this something called inaction. So where there is action, but it is without ego, right? So let us go into the details. The very first shloka that I learned is this one: Karmanne vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Ma karma phalaheturbo mate sangotva karmani. So this is the first apologies. I mean, sorry if I didn't pronounce the Sanskrit very well. I'm not really very good in Sanskrit. Because I just started learning Bhagavad Gita shlokas. So yeah. So this is the crux of the Karma Yoga, right? So I mean, though there are many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita, which I started reading one by one, every shloka is like a gem, right? So, and for Karma Yoga, this is like a base. Karmanne vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbu mate sango swakarmani. So when in this verse is, as I said, like from Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna was not willing to fight with his what you call family members, then Krishna was trying to explain his duties, that about what is karma, what is action. So he says that you have the right to perform the actions. Okay, but you do not have the capabilities, or you are not really entitled to the results of the actions. So that is what here Krishna is saying to Arjuna. And is again, there is a Krishna and there is a Arjuna in us. As Arjuna is the mind and Krishna is the soul, right? So so we need to understand that way. Okay. So you have only the right to perform your actions. Okay. And what do we do? Do we do that? In general, just see the daily actions, not something, doing some community service, forget about that. So even the smallest things, what we do is, I'm not generalizing, but in general, I'm saying, I mean, I'm including myself as well. The first thing we do is we expect the fruits first. We try to calculate the fruits, results of the action. Based on that, we do the action. Okay, this is what my understanding after when I went through the subject. When I try to kind of see the entire thing on day-to-day basis, what I'm doing. So even at work, at home, or in the community, when we go out at the shop, what we do is first we try to calculate the results of the action, and then we do the actions, right? So that's where Krishna is saying, Lord Krishna is saying, do not let the fruits be the purpose of your actions. Okay, so first karma comes first. You do the karma first. The results, it comes, it come later. So it's not that you bring the results. Okay, so you don't have that capability to bring the results first and do the karma later, right? So we think that, in the name of manifestation, in the name of what you call intentions and all those things, I mean, it's good for for the purpose of doing good. First we try to expect the results first, we don't do the action first. So in the context of karma yoga, the karma action, that comes first. Okay, and the result, it comes later. But what we do is we try to calculate the results first and then do the actions. So karma is in present. So we talk about meditation and living in the moment, not thinking about the future, right? So doing action is in the present. So that is, doing the action itself is meditation, right? So without expecting any results, living in the moment is like, that is the action, because the karma, whatever the action you are doing, it is in the present. So you are living in the moment. So you are actually in the meditative state when you are doing the karmas without expecting the results. So fruits of, as Lord Krishna said, fruits of karma or actions, they are in the future. Expecting something that of future will always, I mean, most of the cases, you would have seen in your life that in most of the cases, it will result in disappointment, isn't it? So those who expects results, a lot of results, a lot of kind of what do you call fruits before doing the karma. So they do, because they expect a lot of results, they do very less karma. The amount of expectations we have on the fruits, we have like very high expectation. That's why we do very less of karma. There's nothing left to do the karma. So our mind is completely in the future, expecting the results. No matter whatever you do, how much ever effort you put in doing that specific karma action, but having the fruits in your mind, you are not in the moment. You are not living in the moment. The more we expect the fruits, then the action is slowly thinning out, and it is disappearing. I may be bringing a different context, maybe just try to understand here. Even I try to put together with my logical mind, and also trying to understand more and more. I hope it is clear. If not clear, you can ask the questions. Because the action is disappearing here, because of the expectations, action is disappearing here, then there are less chances of you getting the fruits. Possibilities of the getting the fruits is very, very less here. There are chances of getting the fruits when there is no expectation. But when you have the expectation more and you do the less of karma, and there are possibilities of having the fruits very, very slim chances. Okay, so those Krishna says, those who try to save things for the self, it will be taken away from them, and those who try to give more will be given to them, right? So the more and more we try to expect more and then keep the things to ourselves, they will be snatched away. And the more you donate, the more you give, whatever you have, the more is given to you, right? So you are giving, and automatically you are receiving. That tub is getting filled automatically. So here, those who lose them in the action, doing of action, they are not expecting any fruits. They are under the protection of the God or the universe or the nature, whatever you call it as, right? They will be taken care automatically. If you do the universal work where you are completely immersed in the action, then you will be taken care automatically. The moment you start expecting the fruits, then that's where there are chances of not getting the fruits. Okay, so, and also if you see that Krishna says that do not expect the results, it doesn't mean that there is no way to get the results here. He says that not to expect the fruits of the karma. Doesn't mean that he doesn't mean that there is no way to get these fruits. There is a way. The doing the action itself is the way, but the expectation is not the way. So that is what Krishna is saying. Okay, so I hope I kind of explained to little bit extent. So there is this, as I said, action. Okay, there is this concept that Krishna's principle, one of the principle, which is he talks about inaction. Okay, inaction, what people think is inaction is giving up. Okay, not doing anything, renouncing everything, renouncing the family, renouncing the world, renouncing the job. It is not that Krishna said to renounce. Krishna himself is married. Krishna himself had, was like very action oriented person. How could Krishna say that, renounce everything? Right? So we, in the name of, Krishna, we do that saying, okay, Krishna said in action, renounce, let's renounce everything. We try to use that as an excuse, and so many people, not to generalize, it's not because of intentionally, but of the lack of understanding, lack of guidance, they renounce. And at some point everyone has to come to the path, and then they need to understand, they need to learn. So in this context where Krishna, in the context of action, inaction, so Lord Krishna says, like, there are three things, there are three types of actions. One is inaction, action, and non-action, right? So what is action? Okay, what is action? According to Krishna, it's just, merely doing something is not an action. Okay, if you are completely immersed, okay, completely immersed into that, then it is called as an action. Okay, so the action is without expecting the fruits, but there is something, because of the ego, right? I am doing this action, so that's why I'm expecting the results. Then it is called as action. Okay, there is I here. Okay, I am doing it, so there is an I, there is ego here in this action. So in this three types of actions. One is action, inaction, and non-action, right? So in the action, there is this ego, okay? And in the inaction, where there is no ego, okay? There is no ego. There is no I here, I'm doing it, that's it. Somebody, there's no doer, okay? There's no doer, there's an action. So inaction is nothing, is I mean, people think that, as I said, they took it, they misinterpreted and took it in a different way, and then so many people, they renounce the family and renounce the job and renounce all the worldly things, and they try to go to some other places. And then inaction, it doesn't mean that there is no action in it. It is action. There is an action here, but it's just that egoless action is inaction. Okay, so this is what we need to understand. Let us not kind of, what you call, neglect the family responsibilities. Uh, Let us not neglect the worldly responsibilities, family responsibilities, community, sangha dharma, family dharma, kutumba dharma, arogya dharma. Let us not neglect all of these things. Okay, let us be there, but do not expect the results. Just do that. Okay. So there is another one which is non-action here. So the greatest example that Krishna has given is where there is no doer here, there is no I, and there is no doing as well here. For example, you are breathing, right? So it is happening on its own without any effort. So there is no action. And the results also, you cannot say that, okay, I don't want the results also. You cannot stop the breath, right? So the moment you can't even stop the breath. The result is, first of all, breathing is happening on its own, okay? And the result also, you are seeing it, you cannot stop the result. So there is neither a doer here nor a doing here, right? Likewise, the blood, that flows in our body, okay, this is non-action. Okay, so these are the different types of actions that Krishna has beautifully explained. Okay, so let us understand in a, in a way that it helps for us to go do more of inner journey rather than just thinking about the outer journey. Okay, so there is another shloka in Bhagavad Gita which I love the most. Another shloka, to be honest, I don't think I can pronounce completely here, but I heard it from our grandmaster Patriji. So it's ultimately in this shloka, what Lord Krishna is saying is samatvam yoga uchyate. Okay, we have to see all the things equally, right? Equanimity is that enables us to accept all the circumstances. Okay, and Sri Krishna says this equanimity is the yoga. Equanimity is the yoga. So treating success and failure, everything in the same way. Okay, siddhya asiddhyo samabhutva. So treating success and failure in the same way. That is what called samatvam yoga uchyate, equanimity, and treating each and every person as same. Like, for example, somebody having more knowledge and you giving respect to him. Somebody is not having knowledge and it is soft, and there is no use, there is no kind of support from him, or there's no use of talking to him, and you are treating him in a different way. That's not equanimity. Okay, that's not samatvam over there. Okay, so there is a duality. Okay, be in non-dual, and also don't try to kind of differentiate which is dual and which is non-dual. Again, you are choosing there. Okay, so it's treat everything as same. Okay, or maybe see yourself as outside of the success and failure. Okay, you are not the success, you are neither the success nor the failure. You are just, those success and failures are happening to you. You are just there. Witness it. Success is happening, witnessing. Failure is happening, just witnessing. So rather than you thinking that success and failures are like you are success and you are failure, instead of thinking that they are actually happening to you. Okay, likewise the day and night. So day and night is, they are happening on its own. You are just there. Okay, so there is nothing to choose between day and night. Are you am I in the day or am I in the night? No. So they are happening, you are just there, you are witnessing. Okay, so this is one of the other important shloka. And also if you see that our Grandmaster Patriji, have you ever seen him treating different people differently? No, he gives the equal importance to everyone. He treats everyone as equal. Do we have that quality? Let us have that self check. Okay, always do the self check. And also the knowledge we are trying to understand here, the knowledge that we are trying to grasp here from the books or from the masters, from different talks. Okay, not just have that as an intellectual knowledge and then just so that it gives some reward having that knowledge. There are so many competitions happening over there, Bhagavad Gita shloka competitions, and not just have them as a reward, as a like a kind of thing to compete with somebody else. Are we implementing that? Are we internalizing that wisdom? Okay, so that's what we need to understand. And this sloka, samatvam yoga uchyate. Okay, so this is after this sloka karmane vadikarasya, right? So when we understand that we only have the right to do the karma when the effort is in our hands, not the results, what we do, we then concern ourselves only on doing the duty. Okay, then results are like, it's like a whatever the God willing. So if you see that, this great saying, and if you have heard in what you call Islamic countries, they say inshallah, God's will. What a great word it is. What a great word, right? So if there is a God's will, it come. You don't have any expectation. Right? Every religion is saying the same thing, but it's just that in the name of religion, we say like, okay, Bhagavad Gita has said this, and that is Quran is saying something different. It's we kind of try to differentiate, but these enlightened masters are all same. I mean, we all know, right? So in this way, we are able to accept when we say like everything is God's will, inshallah, everything is. Then in this way, then like whatever it comes, okay, it's okay. I'll do my best, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Inshallah, that's what it says, right? They say. Not sure how much they follow it, how much they understand it, the real meaning of that. So in this way, we are able to accept the fame and this, whatever success and failures, pleasures and pains. We treat everything. That is what Sri Krishna is talking about, equanimity. And this is what Sri Krishna is saying, equanimity is the yoga. Okay, and also another sloka, which again I can't really pronounce very well. I'm in the process of learning it, so I don't want to attempt reading that sloka. Seek, as I said, seek refuge in the divine knowledge. Okay, so reward seeking actions that are actually always less than the work that we do without any expectation, and we do with divine knowledge. Okay, so when you use this divine knowledge and this insights for inner journey, then you are actually following the teachings of the masters. Okay, there is one other sloka from the Karma Yoga. Sorry, I don't know what is the time now. Are we okay to do?
Yes, sir, you can
We
carry
have
on.
20 minutes, sir.
20 minutes. Okay. So this shloka is also one of the greatest shloka. Every shloka in its own way, it is great. We cannot differentiate. This one I'll try to I'll try to attempt. So buddhi yukto jihatiha ube sukrita duskrite tasmat yogasya yogaya yujjasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. Okay, so this is you must have heard this shloka from our grandmaster Patriji. So when we have this, when somebody is uh, endowed this wisdom, okay, for them they are beyond the the good and bad. Okay, there is no reaction for the good and bad. So our mind is like we have likes and dislikes. The moment we see something, there is judgment happening. Oh, this is good and this is bad. Okay, but those who is like kind of uh, having this wisdom, they are beyond the good and bad. Okay, so that's why Krishna is saying, so therefore just try for yoga, okay, and be a yogi here. And when you are a yogi, and when you do this yoga, all the actions you do are like they are very efficient. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. This is a very great kind of sloka that I been listening from Patriji since last 10-11 years. Always he stresses on that. So, and even in my introduction, I had to say that because once I was a alcoholic, a smoker, I had insomnia problem. I was having a lot of fears and phobias. I could not perform well at work. I had that low confidence, right? So after practicing this meditation, yoga, it means like, as you all know, chitta vritti nirodha, not that physical yoga alone, but yes. So within 40 days of meditation, I could transform myself, or the meditation transformed me completely within 40 days. Yes, I took some time to uh, address those fears and phobias. It took like 3 to 4 months, but I gave up smoking, I gave up drinking. Without um, drinking, I never used to sleep. Even for the couple of hours or 3 hours of sleep, I used to drink a lot. If I don't get the alcohol in the shop, if the shops are closed, I used to go to my friend place who is like who used to be a medical representative. I used to get the cough syrups and drink, because those syrups used to have, I mean, even now the cough syrups, they have the alcohol, some kind of some level of percentage in the cough syrup. I used to drink 1-2 bottles, and then I used to sleep. That From that state to now it's been like 11-12 years, I did not even touch the smoking and cigarette. And so anything, it's okay. I mean, I'm not saying here drinking or smoking is actually I mean, if you are drinking or smoking, it doesn't mean that you are not in spirituality there. As long as you are not addicted to something, right, it's okay. It's okay. You have the control, you have the remote control over there. If something else is controlling you, then there is a problem. Okay, so this yoga, because of meditation, I could transform myself. And since then, whatever I do, it's a success. Okay, I mean, the measurement of success is, it could be different for different people, but yeah. So they are in my favor, or in the favor of uh, uh, the good, right? So this is what I have learned from karma yoga. And also, ever since I started meditation, I try to be incoherent all the time. Okay, I try to make sure that am I in the is my whatever I'm trying to deliver and whatever is there in my mind and whatever the emotions, are they in sync or not? So it's like a day-to-day practice. Every day I'm learning. Okay, so this is little bit about karma yoga, that as I said, no matter how much ever we try to listen and we try to read, unless we internalize this wisdom, and this is very, very kind of karma yoga is not like there is no kind of fixed way of reading or learning about karma yoga. There are different variations of karma yoga according to the different soul age, right? So yeah, if anybody has any questions or anything to share, anything to add, please feel free.
That was a very, very beautiful explanation of Karma Yoga. It is one of my favorite topics, Raviji. It came out really very well. And you have very nicely taken the key points and then brought it out to all the audience. And I'm sure people will be able to appreciate how beautiful Bhagavad Gita is in our lives. And then what are we missing if we have not brought Bhagavad Gita into our lives? It is like our Gita teacher says that after years of sadhana, we get a satsang where we get Gita into our lives. So it is like that much of, if today they are able to hear you bringing Krishna's teachings to them, it only means that they have also done a lot of sadhana. We have all done a lot of sadhana to hear you today. So I truly, truly appreciate this beautiful knowledge coming through. Friends, if you have any questions, please raise your hands and then unmute yourself and please ask.
Yeah. And yeah, when it comes to the questions, I just wanted to say that within my understanding, if I can answer, I will. Otherwise, maybe I'll have to find out later and come back to you. Yes. Okay. Good.
Anybody, friends?
Good morning, ma'am.
Hari Om, sir, please. Yes.
First of all, I wanted to congratulate sir for an excellent, simple explanation of the Karma Yoga. One great thing which I learned was that when you are focusing on the expectation, then you are not actually living in the present moment. That was a very good point, which normally everybody is now saying that you should be concentrating in the now moment, especially after Eckhart Tolle insistence and everybody. But generally, we are always focused on the result, and this particular aspect is very amplified by sir. So thank you so much. And second aspect, just wanted to share a little point about the Yogasturu Kaushanam. Yoga means when we are established with our higher self, when we do meditation, and that is time when some wisdom dawns on us. And when you are connected, whatever we do, we bring efficiency into it. So that is what whatever we do, that work is done in an efficient manner with less energy, and we have more energy to do work when we are working in a selfless manner. So these are 2-3 aspects which I have also learned after listening to so many people. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hari Om ji. Anybody else? We have 15 participants. At least 15 questions should come.
No, I mean, not necessarily to have the questions, but yeah, maybe we can meditate if nobody has the questions.
Sure, sir.
Not necessarily to have the questions, but yes, it is really not an easy topic to say, and to understand, also to grasp this subject also, I had to spend a lot of time. I've been like reading about this karma yoga since last 6 months, ever since I started this yoga teacher training course, where they not only focused on the yoga, yogasanas, but also on the subject. I was wonderstruck when they were explaining about this, all the everything was about Bhagavad Gita. So it's amazing to see the Bhagavad Gita teaching in every platform, not just in meditation and also yoga and everywhere in the schools. So it's and I think I have realized about the importance of the Bhagavad Gita a little bit late, but it's always never the late, right? So it's yeah. So good. Yeah, and thank you for having me today. And maybe we can do meditation if nobody is having any questions.
Looks like nobody has questions, sir. You can definitely make us meditate.
Yes. Okay. So can I share the music or without music? Yeah.
Without music also we can do, no problem.
Yeah. Relaxed, comfortable. Whenever you are ready, shift the focus of your attention to your breathing, the breath that is coming into your body, touching the nostrils, and the breath going out of the body, touching the nostrils. There is no effort here. Observe the breath that is happening on its own without any effort. We'll meditate for another 5-6 minutes in silence, without any guidance, without any music. Let us use last 2 minutes to express our gratitude to our masters, gurus, Brahmarshi Patriji, Grand Master Prabodh Achyutha, to all the gurus who are directly, indirectly helping us, giving us this wisdom from the bottom of the heart. Let us be grateful. Let us be grateful for our parents, family members, your community, to the government, the company, our colleagues, subordinates, business partners, life partners, all the living beings, every living being on this planet Earth supporting us, helping us. Let us express the gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Express the gratitude to the food, water, farmers, sun, moon, fresh air, and to the this wonderful group, to the whole Gudakesha community for supporting each other, elevating the earth consciousness. Thank you. Thank you. Not the least, to our body for supporting in this lifetime. Each and every part of the body. Thank you. Thank you. And now you are ready. With a beautiful smile, with a sense of gratitude. After a few seconds, open your eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Ravi Kumar.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's all right. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining today.
Sir, 1 second. Sir, hi, sir. Sir, can you share your Gudakesha experience?
Oh, yes. Okay. Why not?
Yeah. Thank you,
so,
sir.
Yeah. Some of you know that Prabodh Master is my brother-in-law. So my wife Pranayita's brother. So he's been trying to tell me the importance of meditating whole night since 2011-12. I mean, ever since I know him, he's been trying to teach me. But I was like, always, whole night meditation, how could it be possible? And it's like something crazy. Maybe I never given the importance for the suggestion he was trying to give, and he always tried to whenever when he came to UK also in the year 2016, he tried a lot to help me to do the meditation whole night, but I didn't. I never kind of shown the interest. But in the year 2020 or 21, I guess, when I was in India, I was working from Kotala. There I've seen the people sharing their experience. I was amazed to listen to like 400, 500 people on the Zoom sharing their experiences, I was like, oh my goodness, I have the master always available next to me. And I never I took him for granted. I never shown the interest on this Gudakesha meditation. That's when I have, I had this opportunity. I was blessed to be there along with Prabodh also. He was there in the same ashram in Kotala. It was a lockdown for whole world, but we were enjoying inside of that ashram. So that's when I started doing this Gudakesha program. 40 days, first 5-10 days, it was a bit tough. But after that, I really seen the difference in me. My awareness levels been increased. I started feeling more hydrated, more peaceful inside. When I was walking, there was this witnessing feeling was there all the time. So that was for the first time in 2021. And I think in the 2021 itself, after coming back to UK, again, I did in September, October time. It's the same. I was working till 11 p.m. in the night because of the project and at work. But even then, right? So from 11 p.m. to morning 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., I was just simply sitting in meditation. I was enjoying it. It's really great. And for the people like who feel that they are very, very busy in their life, this is the beautiful, beautiful opportunity doing Gudakesha, and who wants to evolve more spiritually. I think this is the best. And there are many people, they may say that, whole night meditation, I think you guys are something, you need to make sure, you need to take care of it. This is, we have not heard. Patriji himself, he said, the night is for meditation. Okay. He said so many times. We had face-to-face with Patriji for UK. Almost 6 to 7 times he came last year online through Zoom. In every session, he insisted that, to the participants of that meeting, night is only for meditation. Whole night has to be spent in meditation. He stressed multiple times. So don't listen to follow the guidance. Definitely you need to take care of yourself, not just simply not doing the meditation, just simply you are whole night, you are awake, and then just simply carrying the day-to-day activity. You need to be seriously, with utmost sincerity and a seriousness. We have to do that. That's what I suggest. So many people, they ask me, okay, hey, can I do the Gudakesha, because they know that Prabodh Master is my brother-in-law. I say, like, if you follow the master's guidance, do it. If you want to do it on your own, don't do it, because the guidance you get in this Gudakesha program is definitely very good, and you have to follow each and every instruction they give. And the more importantly, Yoga Nidra. Even now, whenever I feel like, tired because of the work, that 20 minutes Yoga Nidra will give me like 6 hours of sleep. Easily I get 6 hours of sleep, whatever the amount of energy I get with that 20 minutes or 16 minutes. There is one Yoga Nidra video. Whenever I put that, I go into very deep, complete deep Yoga Nidra, and I'm completely relaxed. And I think I have played that video from YouTube maybe thousands of times ever since I know that video. So it's really great, and just follow the instructions and don't really encourage more people. So this is what my experience is. Whoever comes to me and then say, they talk about the problems, and okay, then the option is Gudakesha. Are you busy? Go to Gudakesha. That's what I say here. But before saying that, if you are committed, if you are sincere and serious, then only, I would suggest this. So I have suggested to many people here, and I would like to do one more time very sincerely. And yes, that's my experience.
Sir, I would like to add, it was a beautiful experience. I started my Gudakesha in February. I was basically looking for a thoughtless state and how to manage my multiple thoughts. That's when I found Master's video on YouTube. And then I joined it in February. February was my first one. I've done 3 Gudakeshas so far. So after the first Gudakesha set, which is 40 days, it was a very beautiful experience. And after that, I didn't really have any company because it had ended and I slept off. Because I initially I started doing on my own and then I eventually slept off. And then I could really realize the amount of drain I felt just by sleeping on the bed, because in the last 40 days, I had actually enjoyed that energetic state. I could drastically feel the difference after getting up from the bed. It was like I was literally dragging myself throughout the day. And that's when I said, no, this is impossible. Even if I maybe sleep 1 or 2 days just like that or whatever, just for like time pass or whatever, but then I would definitely, this is my life kind of thing. And after that, I've done 2 sets, and in between also I've been doing night meditations. So it has been a wonderful thing, and I don't think I will ever miss this night one. In fact, occasionally it has been bed, but regularly it has been my sitting and meditating only. I still I don't have any, what do you say, all these third eye experiences and all that, but then my daily life has been extremely successful in many, many ways. It is beautiful. I should say that everybody should experience Gudakesha, whether they want to continue or no, that's the second choice. But then that first experience should definitely be experienced. People think that, oh, I have a child and all of those things. But then if you make that intention, I think you will definitely find ways. Definitely. And like Master keeps saying, don't come with a question to say, with already a decision taken to say, I cannot do it. Come with a decision to say, how can I do it?
How can I do it? Yes. Nicely, rightly said. And I will, there are one, you have something, the experience, you have something which is measurable. I mean, you're saying that you don't have third eye experience, which you cannot measure. At least you can, you can prove, correct. Like for me also, I can prove that, I have got this experience. And two, I will share one funny incident that, when I did this for the first time, I did continuously for 55 days or so. And after coming from Kotala, I came to Hyderabad, and whole day I spent, doing my works because I had to come to UK after 1 year. So I had to sort out so many things. And I was like, today I'm going to sleep no matter what. So I slept. And in the morning, what happened was, like, I was in a sitting posture. So my body, this body's biomemory got used to sitting. So automatically my body got up on its own. It sat in meditation. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is like, it didn't like the lying down. So it just happened on its own. Usually what happens is, earlier when I was doing this meditation, whenever I wanted to do whole night, at least on full moon days, when I sit in meditation, I used to, slowly go into that lying down position, and then without my awareness, I used to do. But now it happened in the other way around. Like I wanted to lie down, I lied down, but automatically my body kind of, came into this sitting position. So that was like, I shared this with Prabodh Master because he was there in the, at our place. So I was like, yeah, that's really good. And I'm really loved your experience, and you could see the physical benefits. That's what we need, right? So we are in the family life, we have a family, and we need that strength, mental and emotional strength to lead this life. And that's great. So nice to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So we will wrap up the session now. If you all don't have any other questions.
Yeah. Okay. If nobody has any questions, we can wrap up.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great day. Let us see you in tomorrow's session. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.